Let's start with Python variable and its naming convention. Variables in Python represent named location that refers to a value and whose value can be used or processed during program execution. So you can think a variable as a container. It contains some value. Suppose x equal to 10. So that means x is holding this 10 value. Or you can say in another word that 10 is assigned to x. Actually, the value 10 will be stored in some memory location and x variable will point to that location. This is the technique of creating variable in Python. So that's why I have written variable in Python represent named location, that means named memory location that refers to a value. That means it is referring to a value and whose value can be used or processed during program execution. Python created the variable of the type similar to the type of the value assigned. That means when you are assigning some value to that variable, the variable will get the type of that value. Suppose when you are storing 6.5, that means y will be treated as float. So when a fractional decimal is stored within some variable, so this is declared as float type or double type. Again, when you are assigning a symbol enclosed within a single quote and it is treated as character. So when you are assigning character to some variable, then ch will be treated as character. In the same way, when you are assigning the value 10 within x, that means x will be treated as integer. So you do not have to declare the data type of the variable separately. Now, string variables can be declared either by using a single or a double quotes. That means when you are writing a group of character within a single quote or a double quote and stored within some variable, then that variable will be treated as string. The string can also be said as text also. Next, in traditional programming language, variables are treated as like this. Suppose you have assigned 10 within some variable a. So now a will occupy some memory location within the primary memory. Suppose it has address 10205 and its value is 10. So a is holding a value within this memory location. So when you are assigning some other value within the same variable, then this a and the same memory location will get updated or by overwritten by the new value. So the 10 will be deleted and the 20 will come over here. But in Python programming language, it treats variable in some other way. Look, when you are assigning a equal to 10 in Python, so the value 10 will be allocated within some memory location. Suppose its address is 10205. So not the variable, the value is getting some address and the a variable will now points to that memory location. Or you can say that a is referring to the value a. Now, when you are assigning a equal to 20, that means 20 is a different value and it will be stored in some other memory location, in a different memory location. Suppose its address is 10366 and now a will be points to that memory location. That means a is now referring to 20. Again, when you are assigning b equal to 10, that means since 10 is already exist within the memory, so now a new variable b will be created, but no separate memory location will be assigned or allocated for this variable. So b will now points to the existing 10. Let me show you some example by writing into the Python interpreter. Now let me show you a equal to suppose 10. So there is a Python function through which you can see the address or the ID of a. So whenever a variable or a value is assigned some memory location, so it will be identified by an ID. So how to see the ID? So you have to write ID within brackets, write a and then give enter. So this is the ID of not the a variable, this is the ID of 10. So it is 16387500080. Now assign some different value to a. Say write down a equal to 20. So again give enter and write down ID of a. Now give an enter. Look, So there are two different IDs for a equal to 10 and a equal to 20. So when a equal to 10, so it is showing the ID, look at the last four digits 0080, and it is 0240. That's mean these ID are meant for the value, not for the variable. Suppose you are writing b equal to 10. Again, give enter and find out the ID of b. Just write down b and give enter. Look, since b is pointing to 10, so whatever the ID of 10 in the first output, look, this is 0080, you will get the same ID in case of b equal to 10. So 1638750080. So if you want to view the ID of just 10, you will get the same ID. So that's mean ID is given to the values only, not to the variable. Variables are there to point those variable, and it will be easier for us to call that value by using that variable and nothing else. Now again, let's move back to the slide. Next, come to multiple assignment. You can assign same value to multiple variables, just like this. So you can write like this: a equal to b equal to c equal to 50. That's mean 50 will be assigned to a, b and c. That's mean a, b, c, all these three variables will point to 50 value. Now assign multiple values to multiple variables. You can also write like this: a comma b comma c equal to 10, 20, 30. That's mean 10 will be assigned to a, 20 will be assigned to b, and 30 will be assigned to c. You can also write it separately: a equal to 10, b equal to 20, c equal to 30. But Python allows you to write like this format. Now let's look some operations. Suppose you have a comma b equal to 10 comma 20. That's mean a is assigned with 10 and b is assigned with 20. If you print a comma b, you will get 10, 20. Suppose you want to change the values of these two variable. That's mean you want to interchange the values of two variable. So what you have to do? Just write the code like this. If you write a comma b equal to b comma a, that's mean the value of b will be assigned to a and the value of a will be assigned to b. So when you now print a comma b, you will get a as 20 and b as 10. If you want to do the same thing or same operation in other language, you have to write 2 or 3 lines code. It is quite simpler in Python. Now, expressions separated with commas are evaluated from left to right and assigned in same order. Look at the example below. Suppose a equal to 10 and you want to do the following operation: b comma b equal to a plus 5 comma a plus 8. That's mean the first b will be assigned with a plus 5. That's mean 10 plus 5, 15. So b will be assigned with 15. And the rightmost b, that's mean this b, will be assigned with a plus 8. A is 10, so a plus 10 means 18. 18 will be assigned to the rightmost b. So when you print the variable b, you will get the variable of the last or the rightmost b. Since it is evaluated from left to right, so the right hand side has evaluated in the last phase. So when you print b, you will get 18 as an output. That's mean the rightmost operation will be stored within the b in the last phase or in the last execution, and the value of that b will be given in the output. Next, dynamic typing. That's mean the type of the variable will get changed according to its value. So when you are assigning 10 within a, that's mean a is pointing to an integer 10. If you write print a, fine, it will print 10 in the output. So again, when you are assigning a string by within this variable a, that's mean a is now pointing to the string variable or the string value by. So when you print a, you will get by. So you can point the same variable to different types of variable. Now, how to see the type of the variable? So there is a function in Python. This is a type function. So when you are assigning some value to a variable, say a equal to 10, and if you write type within bracket a, you will get it is an integer type of class. It will give an output like this. So when you are writing a equal to 5.6, so decimal fraction will be treated as float or double in case of Python. So you will get class type float when you type a. So when a equal to abcd and type a, it will give you string class. In short, string is written as str. So when you are writing a equal to true and you are writing type within bracket a, you will get boolean. In short, it is called bool. This is a bool type of class. A bool type of class can have two values, true and false. So variable do not need to be declared within any particular type and can even change type after they have been set. And at last, the naming convention of a variable. A variable can have a short name like a and b, etc. Or a more descriptive name. You can give a complete word, that is total, sum, age, average, etc. Variable name must start with a letter or the underscore character. A variable name cannot start with a number. It will give you a syntax error. It can only contain alphanumeric characters and underscore. Variable names are case sensitive. That means small letter sum, capital S, small um, and capital S, capital U, capital M are three different variables. And at last, I have not written the point that you cannot use any keyword as your variable name. So this is all for this video. Thank you. Subscribe to my channel Online Technical Mentor and press the bell icon for latest update. Thank you.